I'm not going to take too much time because we have a lot of things to say. But let me ask you a question. What the whole world is waiting for today and tomorrow? What's going to happen? What? Solar eclipse. Yes. And what's the solar eclipse? What's going to stand between us and the sun? So we're not going to see what? How would you compare the sun to the moon? Is there any comparison? Yes. Size and glory and fire. Amazing. Yesterday we celebrated a feast. Do you know what's the name of that feast? It's the feast of what? Okay. Can we relate both together? Some people say, I cannot see the glory of God. You know why? Because he decided to mask himself with a human body. Now we can see it. Don't get surprised and tell me, how come God is going to do that? How come the sun is going to do that? How come we're not going to see the sun, we're going to see the moon? That's exactly what Christ did. He did mask his glory and his divinity and his power by human flesh. And you can't compare the human flesh to the glory of God, but still it worked like the moon and the sun. But yesterday he took 3 disciples with him. And he went where? Up the mountain. And he showed them not his glory, his real thing. And they couldn't believe it. He was like the sun. And how can this happen? How can we be here? They saw him in his glory. But they needed first to go where? Up the mountain. Like we need to put a glass to see the sun behind the moon. He took them and gave them the eye that can see his glory. Ulad, we're not enjoying God because we don't go up the mountain. We don't go up the mountain, we don't enjoy, we don't see the glory of God. We're trying to see God here. When we're busy with tons of things and our minds thinking of a lot. But try to leave everything behind you every day. And go up the mountain in your room. Yeah, there is a mountain in your room. Which means you leave everything and you go where? There. And you start to raise your hand up. And you start to kneel down. And you climb up the mountain. And you're going to be surprised that if you do it with a good heart, every day God is going to reveal a little bit of himself to you. Until you say, I can't anymore. I cannot see anymore. This is too much for me. Can you please don't forget that even the sun in its glory, you cannot see in an eclipse. You cannot see God when everyone is around you. You need to go up the mountain. You need to raise your hands. You need to separate from everything outside your room. And you need to go down in humility and start to seek the Lord. Start to sing like the songs we were singing. Start to read the Bible alone. Start to struggle with Him. Fight with Him. Ask Him questions. And He's going to show you the way. And don't be surprised if He's going to show you what He showed His disciples. We say about the saints, how come somebody who's a saint goes to the monastery or goes somewhere and he prays like 24 hours? What is he doing? You know what? 24 hours in the presence of God is like a second. You don't feel it. You don't feel it as hours, as heavy hours. You don't feel it because you're enjoying so much the presence of God. We're not going to do that. But please, every day, take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Close your door, shut your phone, think of nothing, and do what? Kneel down, raise your hand, and start to. Believe me, you're going to hear things beyond your imagination. You're going to see things beyond your imagination. If you're really honest in seeking the Lord, He will reveal Himself to you. And He did that yesterday with the 3. And today everybody in the whole world is so excited about what? The Son. You know what? You have it. You have it in your heart. You have it in your room every day. You can tell your friends, yesterday when I was praying, I was able to see the Lord and to feel Him. Do it. Glory be to God forever. Amen.